I'm ready. I'm
Hello,
ready.
everybody.
I'm ready.
Welcome to
Oh,
the Gamers Tavern. Come in, sit down, and grab a drink as we're talking about anything from politics to work. So
it's
Zach,
been a minute.
I know it's been a minute. Yeah, Zach, I was about to ask how you been?
Not too bad. Been hunting. That's why I've been MIA for the last several weeks.
Yeah, no, it's very weird.
Yeah,
This is the first time I heard from you in a couple weeks. Oh man, very weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been rough. Dude, the amount of ticks. The ticks have been crazy so far. I don't understand it either because normally the ticks go away once it starts getting colder out because they can't handle like colder temperatures. That's why you see them a lot in the summer, but in the wintertime they don't tell you, hey, make sure you check for ticks because they're not around. Yeah, they were around. They've been around a lot. I think I pulled like 4 or 5 off me just today.
let's see.
It's been rough.
Let's see. What is the proper way of like pulling off ticks?
If it's just crawling on you, doesn't matter because that's usually how I find them is them just crawling on me. Um, but if they're like embedded in your skin, you want to grab a pair of tweezers and pinch the head. Because if you just pinch the body, you'll rip the head off and it's gonna stay stuck inside. So you want to pinch the head and get it to release. And if that doesn't work, and you can feel it, tearing, and you feel like it's just gonna rip apart. Heat is another good one. So just take a lighter. You don't even have to have it like right up against your skin. You just need it close enough to where you can feel the heat, so they can feel the heat because they don't like hot temperatures
Really?
or water. Yeah, and
Okay.
water.
Okay, I did hear about
They
the
hate
water.
water.
I did hear about the water, but
Yeah,
I didn't know. I didn't know about the heat.
yeah. Like my dad would just take his cigarette and just press it up against them. They fall right off because they hate high temperatures. They hate the hot and they hate the cold.
Oh
That's
wait.
why they like to stick on animals because they can regulate their body temperature. So it makes it more comfortable for them.
You know, I remember like way back then. Oh, this is like I don't know if you remember this. Did you ever go like on a field trip to like some kind of farm?
Yep, the nature preserve.
Yeah,
They told us to tuck our socks into our pants.
yeah, I did all that, all nice and handy. I got a tick when I went home.
Yeah,
Do you want to know where? Do you want to know where it was?
I have a feeling it's in the same area that I found one the other day. Or was it?
I had mine on my nipple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, like,
Well,
because I didn't know about it until like later that day when I went to take a shower. I looked and I saw like a black spot. I'm like, what the heck?
yeah.
So I'm like, Mom.
Yeah, if you're ever out in the woods and you even have like an inkling that there might be a tick on you, take a hot shower or a hot bath. It drives them right off of you because they hate water. But
Okay.
yeah. Friday was the day I went up, and Saturday was really, really bad. Whenever I got back, I was riding down in the buggy and I felt something crawling up my leg. I'm like, that better not be a tick because it's underneath my pants. And since it's so cold, I'm wearing a lot of layers. So I'm like, this better not
Yeah.
be a tick because I got like 2 or 3 layers of Long John's thick pant. By the way, I got heated pants. I
Oh.
bought them off Tidewee. They're so nice. They even got heated socks. It's awesome.
Oh
Because my
yeah.
biggest thing is once my feet and my legs get cold, I'm sick of it. I can't stand it. Like my chest and my upper body can be absolutely frozen. But as soon as my feet and my legs get cold, I'm out of it. I have to like stand up, walk around, warm up a little bit. And whenever you're hunting, you don't really want to be moving around a whole lot because you're going to scare something off. So you should have seen it. It was hilarious. I'm just walking around with my grunt tube, just making noise, trying to pretend like I'm a deer. So I'm just walking around, stomping, hitting trees, just trying to warm up a little bit, just going into the grunt tube. Oh god, if there was someone out there watching me, they would think I'm on crack. But
let's see, like, well, I mean, on plus, I like, did you say that you were hunting with like a couple
Yeah,
of people? So
yeah.
there you go. They seen it.
No, thankfully they were far enough away.
Oh man.
Unfortunately, the guy I was hunting with, he got a buck. I did not.
Oh.
I actually didn't even see anything almost all weekend. I mean, I saw, I saw deer, but I didn't see anything I could shoot because there's actually legalities with how many antlers it can have. So, like I have a doe tag, so I can shoot a doe, and then I have a buck tag. But for the area that I'm in, because certain hunting areas, because there's a bunch of different ones. There's like 1A, 2F, 3B, um, EF, or I don't know. Basically, it's a number and a letter, and that's your designated area that you would be hunting in. And that's the state game land that you're in. I'm on private property, but we're still within that state game land.
Okay.
And yeah, for the area I was in, their regulation is 3 up. So you need 3 points on one antler on one side. So he can be a 3 point buck with 3 points up on one side and no antlers on the other side. He's legal. The unfortunate thing is that I did not see that. And if you're under 16, you can shoot a 2 point buck, which just means 1 point on one side, 1 point on the other. We call those spikes. Yeah. If you're under 16, you can shoot them. I could not because I'm not under 16.
That's
I think after a certain, huh?
I was about to say that's weird. Like that they have that wall.
Well, the reason they have it is because usually when you see a spike, it's usually a younger deer, and what they want to do is try and keep the younger ones that are more prone to mating around more often. Because obviously the older bucks, they're not going to want to mate as much. They don't have the same drive as like a 1 year old buck is going to have.
Yeah.
So what they want to try and do is, because as they get older, the antlers get bigger. That's why some of these like trophy bucks that are on like the Boone and Crockett list, they're like 7, 8, 12 years old even. They're old. And that's what helps them is that after a certain age, they get all that testosterone just build up and then it blows out into their antlers. And that's why the younger bucks have spikes because they don't have as much. But yeah, they want to keep the younger bucks mostly just for mating because they have more drive and more stamina than other deer. Because obviously, an older buck that's like 15 or somewhere around that age, he might only mate with one doe the whole season. Obviously, that's not going to help a whole lot. But if you can get a little spike that's like a year old and young and dumb, he's going to mate with everything that has drawing breath. So, kind of keeps the population up. But, yeah, if I was allowed to shoot spikes and fawn, I would have tagged out. But I don't like shooting babies. It's not legal, it's not right, and it's just literally shooting yourself in the foot. Because we have this one doe that has a fawn, like a brand new fawn. He's the cutest little thing ever. He's still got his spots on. And there's another one where she's got like 3 or 4. And we don't want to shoot the mother doe. I mean, by all means, if we can get a doe just for the meat, whoop-de-doo. But if they have fawn with them, we don't touch them. Because, again, that's like shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
You want to try and keep the babies well-fed, well-nourished, and living. Because obviously, if you kill the mother, that's pretty much a death sentence for those fawn. Because they have no one to take care of them. But yeah, I didn't get one, but there's still plenty of time in rifle season, and not to mention, next week is the start of bear season.
Oh yeah. I completely forgot you're gonna be bear hunting.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Because we have these
Did you tell Kevin
Huh?
yet?
No, I don't want to either. But the thing is that it's different from whenever I was hunting them with a bow and arrow. I'm using a gun this time.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, because the the bow season for bear lasts like a couple weeks, but the rifle season for bear lasts like a couple days. Because throughout the entire state, there's only like a couple hundred of bear that get harvested during their archery season. And with that number being so low, they don't even have check stations because PA is like really, really finicky about bear. I mean, you have to take them to a check station. They got to pull a tooth. They got to do all this different checks, and they got to verify that this animal was killed on this area and this game land at this time on this day. It has to be correct to the minute. So if you say, "Oh, I killed him around 12 o'clock," no. If you killed him at 12:30 and you found him dead at 12:30, you have to tell him 12:30. They are real picky about their bear.
Let's see. What,
I
what,
don't even know why.
what would happen if you're off by like a minute?
That's probably not going to be as big of a deal, but you still have to be like pretty close.
Okay, and like,
Because
what if like you off by like an hour? Like how much trouble would you be in?
I don't necessarily know, but you have to report the harvest within 24 hours.
Okay.
So I think as long as you're within there, they'll be a little more lenient with you. Because deer, you can wait 10 days, like 9 or 10 days before you can tell them, "Oh, hey, I harvested a buck on Tuesday," because we have so many of them.
Yeah.
But bear, they're so picky about it because since archery season runs for so long that only a few hundred bear get harvested, there's no check stations. You literally have to call them and have them send out one of the game commission guys to come out, take down the information, and pull a tooth.
Wow.
Yeah. But, of course, when rifle season starts, there's way more that get harvested. I think it's like in the upwards of tens of thousands of bear. And it's all within 4 days. So they have check stations like everywhere. And you have 24 hours to get to that check station.
Let's see, like I know you said something about the tooth, but I'm assuming that you need to carry that bear with you to the
Yeah.
check station. Okay.
You either need the head, the hide, or the entire bear. I mean, if you like, let's say you killed it and it ran down somewhere and you couldn't get to it, and there was no way of you getting it back out in one piece. Because normally you would just drag it out. Let's say it ran in somewhere, and the only way of getting it out is quartering it up and carrying it out in pieces. That's fine. Keep the head intact. Because if you cannot provide a tooth, they can fine you. They can take away your license for hunting bear for up to like 10 years. And they can take the bear. So all of it was for nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, they will
okay.
actually confiscate your harvest all because of it. They're real picky about it.
Yeah, that
I mean,
definitely sounds like it.
Yeah, this one guy I was hunting with, he shot a bear during the rifle season, and he didn't report the harvest in time because I think it was some sort of like family emergency. But since it was outside of the 24-hour window, and he was able to prove that yes, this was an emergency, I had to take care of this first. This got sat on the base side. I'm not worried about this as much as this. Blah blah blah. He was able to prove it. They weren't upset at the fact that he couldn't provide it in time because of the fact he was able to provide it was a family emergency. This was important. They let him buy a license the next year, but he wasn't allowed to keep the bear. They actually confiscated it.
Okay, and do you do they keep like the bear at like a location then, or how does that work?
Oh, and it gets chopped up and sold.
Oh,
So
okay.
let's say yeah, let's say you really like bear meat, but you don't like hunting. You can actually go to the game commission and talk to them and be like, "Hey, I want to buy this much of bear meat or deer meat or what have you, I'm pretty sure you can even get elk, which I really, really want to hunt elk. That's my dream hunt.
Yeah.
I love elk. It's so good. It's so good. It's almost disgusting.
I actually never.
That's actually one of the reasons that.
I never had beer meat. I had deer jerky before, but that's like about as close
Deer
as I
jerky,
got.
not bad. I don't know how to explain bear meat. I mean, it's nothing like deer jerky. It's completely different.
Okay.
But I don't really know how to explain it. I'm gonna try and look something up.
Yeah, because I remember in ninth grade, one of my friends actually brought in deer jerky, and I actually tried it, and I actually kind of liked it.
Yeah, it's really good. And actually, Kevin wants me to get some whenever I get a deer.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think that I think the closest I can get is like take that deer jerky and kind of mix it with pork. And I think that's
Okay, yeah.
probably the closest you would get to what bear meat tastes like. It's kind of got like a sweetness to it. I guess if that makes sense. Because most of their diet is like berries and fish and sometimes deer, but they got a lot of fat on them, so it's kind of like got like a sweetness to it.
Yeah.
So when you cook it, all that fat it just adds flavor to it. Yeah, I don't really know how to explain it other than it just kind of tastes like deer and pork had a baby and sugar got poured on top of it. It's good though, but I don't really know a good way to explain it.
Like I would like to try beer meat one time, but
Yeah, if I do get a bear this year, since I'm coming down to drop off probably your gift and Kevin's gift because
wait,
I
I'm
plan
sorry,
on
what?
what?
You gave me a gift?
Yeah. I told
Oh,
you about this.
I forgot.
Well done. Well done. Anyways,
Guys,
yeah, I'm probably just gonna
I'm
come down.
swear I'm a good friend.
No, yeah, totally.
Let me go on
But I'm probably gonna
Amazon.
come down, drop off your gift, drop off Kevin's gift. You don't have to give me one, and if you do, it doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, this gift I've had for years. And the only reason I'm giving it to you is because I know you would enjoy it more than I'm enjoying it because,
Oh, I think I know what it is. Okay.
yeah. I honest to God forgot I even had it, and I know you would absolutely love it, so I was like, you know what? This has a better home. But, yeah, if I get a bear this year, I can bring some down. Same with the deer jerky and your guys' gifts. Because I was planning on coming down because I know that Ethan's going to be down there. So I was thinking, hey, like 6 birds with one shell.
Yeah, like I would generally take some. If all possible.
Yeah. If I can get a big enough slab, I could honestly just bring down like
The whole bear.
a chunk of it.
Yeah, like
Bring
in your
down the
truck.
whole 300-pound bear.
Yeah. Just like, alright.
Throw it in the bed.
You're gonna drive it the whole
No,
way
I'm
down.
just. Yeah, that would kill my gas tank. But no, I could probably just bring down like a whole slab, and then we could all just go over to your house. I could cook it up, and then we could all just have a couple pieces of it.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, that could
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. What
And
was I talking about?
I just realized.
Oh yeah,
Time.
I got heated pants.
I just realized the time. Do you need to paint real quick?
Yeah. Yeah, just really quick.
Alright, I'm gonna pause it. Alright, ready? Alright, and on pause. Alright. Nice, Zach. Nice. But yeah, like
Making myself a mixed drink. Leave me alone.
Do
It's been a
you
rough week.
do you want to do? It's only Sunday. But how hard was today?
Having one drink to take the edge off. It's not bad. Especially since I haven't had a drink in almost 2 weeks.
Are you okay? Are you really Zach? Cause the old
What do you
Zach,
mean?
nah. If it was the old Zach, he'll be drinking every night, and a pizza.
Dude, it's just a beer after work. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. The old Zach will be drinking a lot more.
One beer after work. Seriously?
All right, but yeah.
Oh no, you're not alcoholic.
But anyway, on to the main topic of today's podcast. Now, this is
Oh, that's good.
This is a political warning. If you don't want to be offended, please click off.
Wait, before we do that, can I mention a funny story I had at work?
Hold off on that warning. What's up?
Postpone the warning. So, where I work, we have to follow OSHA protocols. I don't know if you guys do.
Kinda, but alright, go on.
Okay. So, we're a little more strict about it because of the fact we're production. We work around a lot of more dangerous, I guess.
Alright.
Basically. Depending on where you're at in the shop, almost everything in there can kill you. Chemicals, machinery, electrocution. You're going to get hurt some way or another if you're not safe. Which we are. We haven't had injuries in, I think, about a year. The last injury we got was someone was running, which you're not supposed to do in the shop. Running through the shop trying to make up time, and he tripped, sliced his hand open.
Ah, wait, cutting slicing like vertical or horizontal?
Vertical. Basically, draw a line from your pinky down to the center of your wrist.
Oh.
And that knuckle down to your center of your wrist, that's about where he sliced it.
Oh.
Which, again, you shouldn't be running in a shop full of metal. I mean, that's... You're begging for trouble at that point.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, that was the last injury we had. And it was considered at fault. Because it was not something that could be prevented by us. It was simply preventable by that person. Not on us, whoop-de-doo. Well, since then we've stepped up our game trying to follow different OSHA protocols, and one of the most recent ones was adding in safety class free zones, which is like, hey, in this sectioned off area, you can take your safety glasses off. You're outside of the work area. There's no need for these safety glasses because this is where you're washing your hands, where you're changing your clothes, when you're eating your lunch. Woohoo. In order to do that, we had to paint the floors. Now, instead of just doing it like COVID, where we took red paint and just marked out lines on the floor, they decided to epoxy the whole floor.
Oh.
Now, if you know anything about epoxy or epoxy-based paint, it's very
Is it
potent.
but I was about to say I thought for a second it was slippery.
It is if you don't do it right. Because what we did is we took this I guess granite powder. I don't know what to call it. Grit. I don't know. It's something we throw onto the epoxy to add traction. So that way, if you literally, even if you try and slide your boot across it, you're not getting very far. It's basically like sandpaper.
Oh, okay.
Which is great for slip and fall hazards because you're not going to slip and fall.
It's like one.
Problem is whenever that epoxy. Yeah, the fun part is when that epoxy is curing, it it's also off-gassing. It's letting off a very strong scent to it. And since we work in a shop full of different chemicals, metals, oils, it has to withstand all that. So you can't just use your regular old indoor paint. No, you got to use industrial strength glue. And you want to know what? Instead of doing it on first shift, or waiting until a weekend where no one's going to be there, they decide to do that on a Friday when second shift comes in. You know what shift I work? I work second shift. Literally, they did not even start painting until noon, which is when I clocked in.
Oh my god.
So they painted a strip on the floor. I'm smelling it. I'm like, this is strong. This is bad. I can't be having this because I'm starting to get lightheaded. So I took my little fan, because we have fans throughout the shop to, increase airflow, because we can't have AC and we can have heat, but we can't have AC.
Why?
Because of all the fume extractor,
Oh, okay.
well, all the fume extractors we have for the weld department. You'd just be sucking that cold air right out of the building. But in order to keep the shop cool, we have overhead fans and we have little personal fans. Little box fans. I took mine from my work area, pointed it at where that epoxy was curing, turned it on full blast. I didn't have it pointed at me, I had it pointed away from me. And the safety guy and the painters were walking through, and he's looking at me, and he's like, are you cold, or why do you have the fan pointing away from you? That seems kind of defeats the purpose. And I literally put my part down. I'm looking at him. I'm like, dude, I'm getting high over here. What do you expect me to do? I'm getting paid to get high and work heavy equipment. Yeah, that's a safe bet. No, I'm gonna point it away from me so I can, stay sober.
It's like, yeah, but it's like one of those, like, man, I'm literally welding while I'm high. Okay, do you really think this is a good idea?
I'm just sitting there. I'm just sitting there huffing in paint fumes.
Just like, whoa, man, why do I see the Grim Reaper over there?
Is that the Grim Reaper? No. Seriously, I was getting lightheaded.
You just pass out.
No, I'm not even getting it. I was getting lightheaded. There was like 6 people that went home early because they were throwing up. They weren't feeling good. I'm pretty sure one of them went to the hospital because he was like, "Hey, I need something to make this go away." And because we have this little, we call it the Market C, which is just it's a little thing that we rent out our shop space to, and you can walk in, go buy a drink or go buy chips or what have you. And I went in to get a bottle of water because I'm dying. I've got dry throat, my head's all whooshy, and I happened to run into one of the engineers that works there, and he walks through the door to the office. He's just standing there sniffing the air, and he's like, "No wonder production's down. Everyone's high." I'm like, yeah, you'd think they would wait till like a weekend or something where nobody's here.
Yeah.
Because they redid our whole parking lot. They ripped up the whole parking lot, repaved it, tarred, chipped it, painted it all in a weekend. No one was there. Everyone's happy. Whoop-de-doo, make America great again. Yeah, they decide to paint when second shift comes in.
Hey, make everybody high.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Like, I think they said production down was like 11%, which is insane.
Oh my god. It's like one of those, like...
The furthest.
It's like one of those, like...
The furthest.
Hey, sir, look, I'm sorry, I'm getting the munchies right now. Do you smell
Not
all
that kind of high.
Yo, man. Do you smell that?
No, the last time our production was down, anywhere even close to that,
was
COVID. Yeah. And even at COVID, it was only down like 8%.
Wow. So that... Jeez, that is a horrible... Like, so... I'm assuming you had to stay late on Friday then, right? Or did you only make gold that week?
Already made goal.
Oh, okay.
Thank God.
All the events.
If we wouldn't have, I would have went home early. I don't care. I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah, like, I mean, to be fair, if a paint that strong,
Well, it's industrial strength.
yeah,
I mean, it's made to withstand up against like acids and whatnot.
yeah.
We don't have any of that. But if it can withstand acid, it can deal with whatever we're putting it through.
Do you want to test that?
Because we got metal stuck to our boots, we got oils, we got greases, we got coolant, got all this stuff.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, like oh yeah, and one more thing before we talk about politics. I forget if I said this, but the other day I think I encountered a ghost in the bathroom at work. So I was
What?
I was in the break room, and like the way like the break room is, you enter through the door. There's the bathroom right in front of you. Like to like the immediate left of like the bathroom, there's a table. And I was saying at the chair that is like, well, like the back, my back is like right next to the door, the bathroom door. So I'm just saying there watching YouTube, just waiting to clock in. All of a sudden, I just heard a loud bang in the bathroom. Like I jumped. I'm like, what the fuck? And I had to genuinely make sure there wasn't a customer in there. So I went to grab the key, open it up because we have a key we have to use. Nobody was in the bathroom. The light was off. Nobody was in there. I cannot explain it. Nothing fell over or anything.
Dude, I would be so freaked out over that.
I'm like, what? Cause
Sorry, boss, I'm quitting.
Hey, boss. Hey, look. I just heard a loud ass bang in the bathroom. Alright. There's no one in there. I'm leaving. But yeah, I'm just like, what could it be? Because like the only possible thing is like the heat or AC somehow kicking on, but I never heard that the whole time working there. So I don't know. But anyway. Back to the warning. Warning. If you get offended easily, please click off the podcast. We're gonna be talking about politics. Viewer question is advised. So, Zach. Now on to the politics section. So, where to begin? So, I guess, well, off the bat, Trump winning.
I'm so excited.
I was about to say, how do you feel about it?
Well, I don't know, but I'm kind of... My opinion is kind of biased. Because where I work, we're all shareholders. So, company makes record profits. We make record profits. The family that owns the company I work for owns 51% of the shares. The rest of the shop shares the other 49%. So, I don't know the exact number that I have. I don't know the exact number of how many shares there are to begin with. But we're not an outside trading company. So you can't go onto the stock market and buy shares in the company. We don't sell to outside shareholders. We don't answer to anyone. We own everything. We're set up really well, and I'm really thankful for it. But the thing is that when there's tax cuts for corporations, we feel the effects of it because we're shareholders. We're partial owners.
Yeah.
So, with Trump saying that he wants to cut corporate taxes down from 29% to 20% for companies that are based in America, and then down to 15% to companies that are solely based in America, they have no outside company like subsidiaries, and they don't buy anything from out of the U.S. and everything they make is made in U.S., like the company I work for, it gets me pretty excited because that's going to take whatever I was making before and double it.
Yes, which is gonna be very nice.
It will. I mean, I know it's going to suck for some people because, like, some people, they work for companies where they take every ounce of profit they make and they don't share it in any way. They don't give out raises, they don't give out bonuses, they don't give out profit sharing. They don't do any of that. And the thing that not a lot of people don't understand is you don't have to work for those companies because it's like, oh, my company's saying they're making record profits, and no, they're not giving me a raise. What's stopping you from applying elsewhere? You're the whole reason that you're still there. The whole reason a company is giving you a raise is because they're saying, oh, you're doing this amount of work and it's making me this amount of money. I'm going to give you a little bit more because I want to keep you around. That's the whole incentive with a raise. Is you see a good employee, you do everything you can to try and keep them. It's all the reason behind raises and bonuses. Because the guys that are doing bare minimum and don't do anything and just come in for their 40 hours, barely do anything in those 40 hours, and then just go home, yeah, you're not going to see a raise. But for the guys that are willing to do a little bit extra, do a little bit of overtime, not a whole lot, but just a couple hours every now and again, and, you know, be the first clock in, last clock out, put in a little bit of extra work. I'm not saying work your life away, but I'm saying like maybe 2-3 hours every couple months. It'll make you stand out from the rest of the crowd that is only doing bare minimum. Because you're clocking in 40, 50, 60 hours in a year, in theory, just throwing out numbers, and everyone else is only clocking in 40. You're going to stand out. Your name's going to show up above the rest because of the fact you're doing more for that company. And like the company I work for, everything's rate based. If you're hitting 100%, we're making profit. If you're going under 100%, it's costing them more money to pay you to do it, which is hurting you because, again, we're shareholders. So it's costing everybody a penny out of their check. But if you go a little bit above, it's now costing everyone less money for you to do the work. So of course, they're going to see, oh, well, it's only costing this guy this amount of dollars to do this amount of work, where anybody else is costing them this amount of dollars to do this amount of work. We should keep him around. He's saving us money. He's making us more.
Like, what?
That's the thing, is that there are companies that, you know, if you're willing to put in just a little bit extra, just a couple hours every few months, just show that, hey, I want to be here, I want to do better, and I want to be better. And they're still not giving you a raise, even if after you throw your life on the line for them and, you know, you worked like 60, 70 hours week to week to week, and they're still not giving you a raise. There is nothing stopping you from leaving. There's a whole reason behind a raise, is keep you around, and if they're not willing to give that, there's nothing stopping you from leaving and finding someone who's willing to do that. As they even say, the best way to earn more and more in your field is job change every 2 to 3 years. That's the quickest way to do it. And actually, it is. But at the same time, if you find a good company like mine, where you get more based off of your loyalty to the company, because there are some guys, we have more retirees than we have firees. If that makes any sense. There are more people that retire from there than have left there. Because of the fact they understand, hey, we want to keep these people around, we got to treat them right. If we don't treat them right, they're going to leave. And then we're going to be right back at square one trying to train a new guy to do the same job that this guy was doing, and he already knew how to do it. And that's why I really like the company I work for, and that's, honest to God, why the only reason I'm ever going to leave is if that place caught fire and shut down. It's the only reason I'd be willing to willingly leave. Or I get paid to be an OnlyFans model for like $500,000 a year.
Now, Zach, hear me out. What if you sell your feet?
Dude, if I could get paid to go hunt in a tree stand shirtless, I would do it.
I mean, hey, that's a dream. But yeah, like,
Thanks for the follow and just start playing with my nibbles.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, hey guys, in the description, there's gonna be a description. No, no. But yeah, like in my personal opinion, like in terms of raises, like I always believe that you have to do work to get a raise.
Hmm.
I don't like if you are lazy and don't do anything, you should get nothing. But the more
Like I
hard,
was saying before.
that's like on.
Oh no, that's all I had to say.
Oh yeah, but yeah, like the lazy shouldn't get anything. But the more hard work you do, I think the bigger the raise should be. Like obviously up
Yeah.
to a limit, because obviously you don't want to get like a $30 raise.
No.
I mean that'd be incredible, but
Oh yeah, but it wouldn't be sustainable.
yeah,
Yeah, like I was saying. I mean, if you want to put in that extra 2-3 hours every couple months, it makes you stand out. And if you're not willing to do that, and you're willing to just do bare minimum, like just the 40 hours. Oh, I shouldn't have to do more than 40 hours to survive. You don't have to. You can do the normal 40 hours, but I'm just saying, every couple months, just do that little bit extra. Stand out, show off a little bit. You go, hey, this is what I'm capable of, and this is what I should be getting. Versus, oh, this is all I can do. Oh no, pay me more. Oh, not doing that. If you're not want to go above and beyond for me, I'm not going to go above and beyond for you. Because that extra 2-3 hours every couple months shows, hey, I'm actually willing to step up when needed, but only if you're willing to do the same for me. Because if you're just going to keep paying me my normal rate, and I've done all this, that, and the other thing for you, and you're not willing to do this little bit for me, I'm out. That's why I'm saying there's nothing stopping people from staying with these companies. And that's the thing I don't understand. I was, oh, it pays the bills. You don't have to leave your job right away. You can apply on the weekends. Apply for a job, go to an interview, stay at your normal job until you get a yes from wherever you applied to.
yeah, and
Because there's a lot of companies, especially if they're really really hard up for employees, they'll give you like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. And they'll tell you, hey, go put in your 2 weeks notice and then come over here. We'll got a spot for you.
yeah, and then
So that's literally exactly what happened with my job.
let's see. Actually, like going like slightly off topic. I was watching the Joe Rogan podcast with Trump. This is like did you listen to that podcast?
I did not.
I actually recommend it. It was actually really good. But anyway, the main thing that caught my attention was that Trump wanted to get rid of income tax.
Yes. Oh my God.
And he wanted to replace it with tariffs.
Yes. I'm all for that.
Let's see, like what exactly is tariffs? Do you know?
Basically, let's say you want to buy a new headset. You can buy it here from in the U.S., but it's $100. Or you can go to China and get the same thing for like $70. But you're paying $10 in tariffs. What the tariff is you're paying basically a tax on whatever you buy overseas for it to come into the U.S. It's basically an export tax. And the whole reason behind that tariff is to push more companies to bring back jobs in the U.S. Just like John Deere, they're ready to move their plant to like Mexico or something.
Really?
I can't remember exactly where, but yeah, company's been in the U.S. for centuries, and now they're saying, "Oh, we don't want to force the implications on our customers. We should move overseas." No, you're doing it because it's cheaper. You can pay people less because they have lower standards. You can make them work longer hours because they have lower standards. And no, you're taking away from American jobs because the whole thing with that John Deere thing is what they wanted to do was shut down one of the factories in the U.S. and move it overseas. Well, I don't know. I think it was Mexico. I don't know for sure. But they wanted to move it outside the U.S. because it's cheaper. Which it is. You can pay them less. You can make them work longer. You can get the same thing out of them for cheaper than you here in the U.S. But at the same time, you're costing all those workers their jobs, their income, their safety, their stability, their health insurance, all these things, all because you want to make a little bit more money. And by all means,
I mean, like,
is one of the deadly sins, and it will always will be. But there are very few things that can stop you from achieving that pure, blissful, sin-free life. The problem is that you have companies that are worth billions, and all they're trying to do is just make more and more and more and more and more money. And what we're realizing is that we're getting into the problem of having less jobs in the U.S. because they went overseas. I mean, we imposed a tariff on I think it was Toyota. We imposed a tariff on Toyota for pickup trucks. You want to know what they did?
oh, I think I remember hearing something about this.
Yeah.
Didn't they make it was like a tariff on trucks, but they didn't put a tariff on cars, I believe, right? Or am I thinking of
That was
something else?
Subaru.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Same theory, but Subaru. They put a tariff on trucks, but not on cars. So Subaru made what's called the Subaru Brat. It was basically a truck, but it was in the shape of a car. It met all the car standards, but you could disassemble it with a toolkit that came with the vehicle and turn it into a pickup truck.
I mean, to be fair, that is a loophole.
It is, and that's why it was called the Brat, because it was being a brat about that tariff. Toyota went a different route. It decided, you know what? We don't want to pay that tariff. We're just going to be losing money. Or imposing that same tax onto our customers and calling it the cost of production. Which is why you don't want to increase taxes on corporations, because they'll just turn into the cost of production, raise the price of their product, and make you pay for it. Been a thing forever. It's always been that way. That's why, cutting back on corporate taxes is better, because if they can make it cheaper, they can sell for cheaper and then compete more with other companies. It's not like, oh, these people don't need to make all this money. You don't need to buy from those companies where their CEOs are getting $15 million bonuses.
Yeah.
I mean, we did it with Bud Light. We can do it with anything. There's a lot more options out there, trust me.
Yeah.
If you don't like beer, drink whiskey.
Zach, real quick, do you want to put on some paint again?
No, I still got a little bit of time.
Oh, okay. I'll just make sure. But yeah, because I was listening to the podcast, and like the idea of just removing income tax sounds huge.
Uh-huh. But no, back to the tariff thing. You want to know what Toyota did because of that tariff?
What?
They moved their factory to Texas.
To avoid the tariff.
Tell me, what would you say is like the most reliable pickup truck ever made?
I'm gonna be honest, I'd say Ford. Like, or talking about like a very specific.
No, reliable. Not the most bought, the most reliable in terms of mileage, maintenance, durability, longevity, all that.
I'm gonna be honest, like probably Chevy then, because like Chevy's not like
nope,
the most.
Still wrong. Oh, they're durable, but not reliable.
I don't think it's Dodge.
Nope.
I'm assuming can't say it. Toyota.
According to a poll of 1.8 million different people, number 1 spot, Toyota Tacoma. Number 2 spot, Toyota Tundra.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. They're actually really good trucks.
Yeah, they moved their factory to Texas to avoid the tariff, and now their 2 number 1 trucks are two of the most reliable trucks in the U.S. That's insane. But nonetheless, yeah.
Was everything okay? But yeah, like going back, like to like the Joe Rogan podcast. Um, there was also like another thing that I like the idea of. Joe Rogan suggested a new kind of debate. Uh, just have Trump and Kamala just in a room together. They are sitting across the table from each other. No one else is in the room, and they just ask questions. Simple.
See, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
But
because like I said, it will only be those two in one room together.
I think it would be kind of cool to just ask like random questions.
Hey,
Just Kamala's a big thing is she wanted to have notes.
like I always said this, like think about it. Like Biden and Kamala wanted so many like things for the debates, and Trump always agreed to debates no matter what.
Yeah.
But no, like
Yeah.
Biden and Kamala would be like, oh yeah, we wanted muted mics. We want no audience.
Yeah, because they want to have it to their advantage. Because if you can get, I've said this before, mainstream media sucks. Actually, better yet, all forms of media sucks.
Yeah.
Yellow journalism has been around forever, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon because it works. I mean, if it works, don't fix it. They ain't gonna fix it. But, yeah, it's been around for a long time, and it's not gonna go anywhere, because if you can sway the media to think one thing over another, you can control a vote, like, easily.
Yeah.
So much so that there are people that are struggling in this economy, and they're seeing, oh, Trump bad, and, seeing his poorly edited speeches saying, oh, he's going to give you tax cuts for the rich, oh no. And then going, yeah, I'm going to take the advice of the people who made this economy so horrible in the first place. But I'm going to want more of it. No. Did you learn nothing from the past 8 years? There's a line in the sand. And you want to go with the worst option. Okay.
Look.
Good for you.
Yeah, cause I know we said this in a previous politics episode, but like, I just want a president that can actually just run the country. Like,
Yeah.
I always said this, like, it does not matter about like what I agree with or disagree with, just long as they're good at running the country. And out of the two candidates, I believe Trump was the most capable.
I mean, before, like, not even all that long ago, it wasn't just Republican versus Democrat. It was good versus evil. You had somebody who can run the country, and then you had someone who can't run the country as good. And you voted for what was best. I mean, Reagan said it best. Look back on the last 4 years and decide, am I better off then versus now, or am I worse?
Like, yeah, like, and then, like, based on that same logic, but yeah, like, if you think about it, like, 2016 to 2020, we were, like, living lavishly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Dude. It was amazing. Gas was cheap. Groceries were cheap. Insurance was cheap. Everything was cheap. And I had money. I actually had money.
Yeah.
I bought a car working a grocery store job. You know how insane that is?
That can't be done today.
No, I bought a car working minimum wage.
But
and never gonna see that anytime soon.
Yeah, but I would say, and then compare that to 2020 through 2024. Yeah, no, you can't even live on your own now.
No,
because
I mean, don't get me wrong, you couldn't before, but you were a lot closer because rent was a lot cheaper. Houses were a lot cheaper. Interest rates were a lot cheaper. And I love the people that just go around saying, "Oh, you can't eat your money. Money doesn't mean everything." Ugh. You know what you can't do without money? Eat.
Yeah, kind of need to do
Can't
that.
eat. You can't live. It's like, no, you can't eat your money, but it sure does make it easier to eat with money.
Yeah, like to be fair, we're humans. We kind of need to eat to survive and drink to
Yeah,
survive.
yeah, I would like a nice cold bottle of water when I'm thirsty. I would like a nice warm steak when I'm hungry. I would like some clothes to walk around in so I'm not naked everywhere. You want to know what
Not get
all of that
arrested.
was got with? That too. Oh, if I got arrested, you know what I would need to bail myself out? Money.
Yeah, but uh, yeah, but yeah, like I said, Trump, like also ran the United States like a business. Obviously, he was a businessman, so he knows what to do. Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it works. You get the U.S. is a business in itself. You got import, you got export, you got buys and sells. It is a business. You can't run it like anything other than that because at the end of the day, it is a business. I mean, we have debt, we have income, we have outcome. It's what a business is. And the thing is that if you're not running it like one, it's gonna fail, and it has been failing. Trump wasn't even, he isn't even in office yet. And China's working out trade deals. Russia's working out peace deals. The Middle East is working out peace treaties with countries that they were trying to kill. And what's that other one? Oh, there was another one. Because there was Hamas that wants to end a ceasefire. Russia wants to end the war. China wants trade. What was the other one?
yeah, no, because they're doing all of this because Trump is scary.
He is,
And
because that's the best part about him is he's not afraid to tell you how it is. Like Democrats, oh, they're sugar coated. Oh, it makes it all
no,
happy and just for everybody. Like their warning to who was it? I can't remember what country it was, but they gave him a warning. It's like, oh, their warning was literally just don't.
yeah, because I remember
One
this.
word.
Yeah, because I remember this because if it's like the same thing, Trump said if you lay a finger or hurt a
Yeah.
hair,
Yes.
you will feel my wrath. And he proceeded to pull out the picture of the guy's house.
Yeah, because the thing is that Biden pulled out of Afghanistan. That's great and dandy, but the thing is, he didn't do it right. He just left. He left people behind. He left military equipment behind. Literally billions of dollars of equipment just left behind.
Yeah.
Thing is, Trump wanted to do it different. He wanted to do it on his terms, and he told the Afghanistan leader that if any Americans were harmed, he would kill him. 18 months, not one U.S. soldier was harmed in any way.
Yeah, and
And when one singular one did, they held memorial services for him. They were extraditing his body for burial and memorial in the U.S. And they were apologizing. And our response was to bomb them with Tomahawk missiles.
you said this in a previous podcast too that the United States is a sleeping giant.
It is. It really is. Thing is, sleeping giant. If you keep it at rest, there is peace. Once you awaken it, that's when you will feel the wrath and destruction. Because Japan learned it the hardest way. When they bombed Pearl Harbor, they thought, oh well, the U.S. is going to take like 2 to 3 weeks before they retaliate. We were in the water in 4 days.
Yeah, we were ready.
It's not just we were ready. The largest military force on Earth is the U.S. The largest navy on Earth is the U.S. Navy. The second largest navy on Earth is the U.S. Air Force.
Yeah, like we're first in everything, like military wise.
Because this country got started by a bunch of ragtag farmers with guns.
Yeah.
We're not letting that happen again.
Yeah, no, because just think how bad the world would be if Kamala won. Do you know? Like, I guarantee you, World War III will happen within the next couple of years. In that case, and
Listen, I'm all for a woman president by all means.
yes,
I just want you to do it right.
yes.
Like,
If
there's
we,
this one. Go ahead.
see, I was about to say I don't know much about this about her her things and all that, but Hillary Clinton, she
No,
no. I was about to
no.
say, I don't know what she wanted and all that because I forget.
What do you mean?
Like like I forget what like she promised and all that.
Oh, I don't remember either. Thing is I wanted her to win. That was the sad part.
You know, like she was really close.
I'll admit to that.
I think. I think she was really
Yeah,
close.
I'll admit to it. I did want her to win, and then I grew up a little bit, and I started seeing all these things that Trump was doing for the U.S., and I'm starting to think to myself, man, I should really rethink this, because I was looking back to how Obama ran the country, and don't get me wrong, he didn't do a bad job. He didn't do a great job. Like, there's a fine line you have to play when you're running an entire country, and it's either good or bad. He was right at dead center. I mean, prices weren't great, insurance wasn't great,
Like
too many people that didn't deserve it were getting benefits, and I didn't think that was right. But there was nothing I could do about it. I couldn't vote. And I thought, oh, God, Hillary will be a fresh start. And then I started seeing everything that Trump did, just reversing everything that Obama did, and starting to see all these changes that I wanted to see. And I'm like, yeah, I really need to rethink this. I'm completely wrong. And if you look at places like CNN, they'll tell you, oh, the Democrats are the best thing that ever happened to the U.S. It's the best thing ever. And then Republicans will sit here and tell you, no, this is how we're going to run this show. Because that's the one thing I like about Trump. He will not sugarcoat it. He
no,
will
he
tell
won't.
you exactly how it is.
Yeah.
And that's what you need. You don't need someone who's going to run this country and lie to you about it.
No,
You need someone that's going to tell you, hey, this is messed up. Here's how we're going to fix it. Not, well, then things have been better than they could have been. And because CNN will tell you we're in the best economy we've been in a
no,
decade. No,
no,
we're not.
no. Look, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
it does not take much to realize that.
I don't want to spend $10 on one loaf of bread. I'm good.
No, when milk hit $5 a gallon, I was like, you know what? I can't do this. Don't get me wrong, you can't eat your money, but I'm not on food stamps.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I was. 'Cause there's a lot of stuff that those people are buying that just. Because there's this one lady. I don't know her name. Can't say her name, even if I did. She lives with her boyfriend and her parents. Parents get food stamps. She gets food stamps. He gets food stamps. You want to know how much food they bought in one day?
How much?
Mind you, their food stamps get reset per month. Over $3,000 worth of food.
Oh my god.
That's the whole reason they won't get married, is because of the fact if they get married, they both lose their food stamps as separate individuals.
Yeah.
I mean, my tax return last year was the lowest it's ever been. I think I got like $89 back or something like that. And there's plenty of people out there that owed money. But I got neighbors around here that haven't worked a day in their life. They have like 9 kids. And they got like 17 grand back.
Wow.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you're going to need it for your kids because you don't work. But you're more than capable of working. I've said it before. If you need it, if it is necessary and you need it and you physically cannot do anything about it, I have no problem pinching pennies off my paycheck for you. But if you don't need it and you're just mooching the system, because
No.
there's plenty of people, there's people on TikTok that are saying like, "Oh, I don't want Trump to become president because I don't want to lose my food stamps because I don't want to work." Not I can't work. I don't want to work. No one wants to work.
Yeah,
It's
no.
work.
Yeah. But you have to survive.
In order to be a productive member of society, it's it's just part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can start your own business and work for yourself and make your own hours, more power to you. I mean, Trump was even talking about giving um, tax cuts to first-time business owners, which, who would have thought a business owner being nice to first-time business owners?
Yeah.
But that's the kind of thing we need because like there are people out there who are starting a business for the first time and they don't know what they're doing. So, and plus, the first couple years of your business, I mean, even a restaurant, first 5 years of owning a restaurant, you're not going to make any money. You're going to be breaking even on everything you have. Because of the fact you need time to get your name out there. And having that tax cut is going to do you a big favor. This is going to take all that money you made as profit and keep it at that. That's money you can put back into your business and do better the next year. And eventually, whenever you finally got your name out there and your reputation, your reputation build up, then you can start turning a profit and then paying your fair share. And I'm not saying that they're not paying any taxes, but it's a lot lower than what some of these big time corporations are paying because of the fact it's your first time. You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, if all these people that don't want to work, if they can go out and take advantage of that and make their own business, more power to you. We need more jobs in the U.S. because all these people are just outsourcing their jobs overseas for a profit. And that's the whole reason those tariffs are going to come into play, and it's going to do so much better because it's going to force those companies to go, hey, we're losing money here. We need to move them back in the U.S., start getting U.S. jobs.
Yeah. Like, I always said this, like, experience is key. Because obviously, when you first do something for the first time, you're not going to be good at it.
No,
But
no one's an expert when they first start.
yeah,
If they are, they're lying.
no, but once you start doing it over and over. Because, okay, Zach, from personal experience, your first time over welding, were you good at welding?
It looked like I took hot snot and threw it at a piece of metal.
Yeah. And like, Alright. But yeah, like,
It's a bit descriptive, but it fits.
I mean, hey, it works. But yeah, like, you get my point. Like nobody's perfect or good on like when they first try something. Hell, like when I started YouTube, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, you can go back to like my first proper video. I just recorded me playing Bleach Brave Souls and called it a day. But now,
No, you're actually getting like editing software and you're putting things together, and it's looking
yes,
really good.
yes, like I'll admit, like the whole Destiny series that we do, I'm proud of each and single episode.
I'm not proud of that one episode where I made a whole intro for it and you just didn't even use any of it.
Okay.
It makes me sad, man.
Look. Look, I'm sorry.
Didn't check your email. You just didn't check your email. It's fine.
It did not send, I swear.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
But yeah,
like, okay.
I mean, those first couple years of business, I mean, they're not going to be great. You're not going to make a whole lot of money. And having that tax cut is going to do you a big favor because all that money that you would have paid to taxes, you can keep and put back into your business and grow it and advertise and, get employees.
And the
And
next
you're
thing
going to see these companies.
And the next thing you know, you are the next Amazon.
Yeah, I doubt that. The whole reason Amazon got so popular is because it grew on a trend that is not going to go away anytime soon.
Yeah, no. Online delivery, it's gonna keep on evolving.
Convenience shopping.
They,
I
they
mean, I'm not even gonna lie. I just bought two things off Amazon at 5:30 in the morning. This 5:30 a.m. this morning.
yeah, like okay, like I'll talk about Amazon. Like, did you know that like they have like Amazon grocery stores where you walk in and you don't pay anything. You can
What do you
grab an
mean you don't
item,
pay anything?
like you like oh like you don't need to go to like a cash register to pay. You literally take the item, and I guess the item, like it automatically like detects like, hey, okay, you have it's taken off the shelves, and you can walk out of the store, and it's all paid for.
How is it all paid for? It's
Because well, like I shouldn't say, like it's paid for, but you have to use your own money still because because I guess it's big because like I said, it's a Amazon store. I'll see if I can I'll see if I can find a video of it. But yeah, like
I'm
essentially,
looking it up right now. Oh, that's weird. Oh,
yeah, you can let you
uh,
walk in, take something, and you can walk out. You don't.
no, not necessarily. You actually have to, from what it says here, you have to sign your cart up to your account, and then it will scan that item as it's thrown into the cart.
Yeah,
And instead of, having to go and pay for it at a checkout, it just charges it straight to your Amazon account. That's insane.
yeah, and like it looks very weird not going to like a register to pay. You can literally just put the item into the cart and you're good.
Yeah. I bet the theft on this thing is insane because if you don't have a cart, you can just walk in and walk out. No one's gonna stop you.
Yeah, yeah, it's really weird. But yeah,
I'm sure they have cameras. I just thought of that. I'm more than certain they have cameras.
but yeah, like the next thing I want to talk about, um, let's see, did you hear that Trump put Robert Kennedy in charge of like the health and human resources,
Yeah.
well, services? That's actually gonna be really promising because
Oh yeah. Because
they're gonna get rid of
he
all
wants
the
to crack down, huh?
they want like he wants to get rid of like all like the bad stuff in food.
Oh yeah. He wants to crack down on all these different preservatives that companies are using as like cutting agents. Like you take a Hershey bar that was made in the US, you can't sell it in the UK because of all these different regulations that are in the UK or other countries. If you take chocolate that is from another country, it tastes completely different than the US.
Yeah, like you know, because I'm pretty sure like one of the main things they're already planning, like think day one, is baiting like I think some dyes, I think some food dyes.
Yeah, because some of them are like carcinogens, but you have to ingest a certain amount over a certain period of time before you feel any adverse side effects. Well, if you spend your entire life eating that same dye in all these different foods, because there are literally fruits and vegetables that have food dye in them. Matter of fact, salmon. Do you know what color salmon is?
Is it like a peach?
Not necessarily.
Ah, shit.
So, so basically, um, if you take salmon that's bought in a store, um, if you take like farmed salmon, like the actual fish, they add food dye into the water, and they have them eat a higher fat and caloric diet, so that way you get that orange pinkish color that is associated with salmon. But if you take like a natural wild salmon, it's red.
Huh.
Yeah, they
Actually,
literally dye the salmon color because it's more appealing.
Yeah.
I mean, even after a certain age, like animals, they will lose color. Like how humans get gray hair. Same thing happens with animals. Like like deer, they start getting gray on their faces. Their meat comes to a darker color, and even salmon, it'll start turning gray. It loses the redness, starts turning gray, and you can take that same salmon, dye it the same color as like a normal quote normal fresh salmon, and you can sell it just the same because it's going to taste the same. It's going to give you the same benefits with the protein, the fat, the calories, all this stuff. But the thing is that that gray, discolored salmon is less appealing. It doesn't look right, so no one's going to buy it. I mean, it's the same thing for like farmers markets. If you have like a head of broccoli, like brand new, just picked it off the vine this morning, and you try and sell it at a farmer's market, no one's going to touch it because you only have one. So they think something's wrong with it. But if you have a whole truckload, you're probably going to sell out because people are going to be seeing all these options and go, oh, I want this one, I want that one, oh, I'll take that one. And you're probably going to sell out. But if you only have one, you're not going to sell it because someone's going to think there's something wrong with it. Tell me I'm wrong because you do the same thing at a grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see like a single banana sitting on the shelf. You don't want to touch it because you think there's something wrong with it. There's a reason it's been left behind. I mean, in reality, it's probably fine.
Yeah. Like I'm like one of those people that if it looks wrong, I don't want to touch it.
It's just human, I guess. That's why there's like so many stipulations to farmers. Like peaches have to look a certain color, they have to be a certain size, and all these different things. And then there's people that excuse me. There's there's this thing called the misfit market, which is where they take basically just like uh, not pretty fruits and vegetables and sell them because it's usually what would just get thrown away because it's a different size. It doesn't meet the requirements that have to be met in order to sell them at a grocery store because certain grocery stores require tomatoes and peaches and bananas just look a certain way, to feel a certain way, have a certain color, or else they just won't sell them.
Huh. I did not hear about that.
Yeah, you can look it up, Misfit Market. I mean, the food, absolutely edible. It just doesn't look great. It doesn't, it just doesn't look great. It's got the wrong shape. It's got the wrong color. It's got the wrong texture to it. But it's still edible. It's more than edible.
Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's misshapen and it's discolored. And it just doesn't look right. But it tastes the same. Because it is the same. The only reason it was gotten rid of is because places like Walmart, probably even Amazon, they have these requirements. And whenever you're dealing with multi-billion-dollar corporations, you made sure you check every box. Or else they're just going to stop selling your product. And that could be a massive hit for a ton of different farms. Because they're probably what's paying the bills.
Yeah. Yeah, because and like another person I heard that that Trump's gonna appoint, he's actually gonna put Elon Musk, I think, in charge of something. I can't remember for what exactly.
Department of Government Efficiency.
Okay, yeah, because I remember hearing something about that.
Yeah, because you look in any form of government, there's a lot of unnecessary jobs. Like, there's people in there that pretty much just don't do anything, and yet we're paying them, and there's no reason for them to be there.
Yeah.
And so obviously you want to get the guy who's known for efficiency and efficient companies and efficient businesses in charge of efficiency.
Yeah, hey, it makes most sense to me.
Yeah, but people are just trying to say, oh, he's just appointing all his billionaire friends to get him a job. The dude's most richest man on the planet. The last thing he needs is another job.
Well, one of the most rich. I don't. Is he the most rich person? On.
He's either first or second. That's how it is.
I'm actually kind of looking this up now. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. So it goes Elon and then Jeff Bezos.
Hmm. Yeah. It's basically just getting rid of unnecessary jobs. What I really want them to do is start making, like, government bills on just one topic. Because I can't remember the exact bill, but it was some sort of, like, veteran benefits package. And there was, like, $800,000 going towards the gender reassignments in some foreign country. And I'm just thinking, how does that have anything to do with veterans assistance? But the thing is that in order to get that money for the veterans assistance, they added in that other thing that they wanted to have passed, but knew wouldn't pass on its own. So you give them a nice big header to stare at and go, hey, this is what you're going to be passing. Let's get this through there. And then you start reading through it, and it's like, wow, I don't want to pay for that. Oh, but you have to pay for it to pay for this.
Oh well.
Well, now I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying every bill should be about one topic. If you want to have that $800,000 to pay for gender reassignments in a foreign country, make a bill just for that. Because we should not be sending billions of dollars overseas to some foreign country because you think it's right. And then forcing our hand to sign it because this other thing that is important is going to get left behind if we don't.
Yeah, like I agree. Like up to a certain point, like you should send money obviously to overseas. Obviously, I don't think it should like exceed like a certain amount though.
I don't think it should happen at all unless there's like a really, really good cause.
Is it?
Because
Like,
no, go ahead.
I get you, but like if it's to like help out like a small country, not like Russia or something, I'm fine with that. But if you talk
I don't.
about like helping out Russia or North Korea by sending money over, that's where I say no.
I just think there should be a really good reason. Because in the same week that Kamala gave everyone affected by the hurricanes a $750 loan, not handout, loan that you have to pay back,
What is that gonna
we
do?
sent nothing. But in the same week, they sent $157 million to Lebanon.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, see why I don't like the idea of sending money overseas unless there's a really, really good reason.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like listen, I completely agree with you, but I just think like at some points you should. But
If there's a good reason.
yeah,
Because part of that $157 million was my tax money that should have stayed in the U.S. to help out people who needed it.
the next question I want to ask you, because I was talking to one of my managers about this the one night while we were closing, and I want to get your opinion on it.
Oh
So,
boy.
so the student went home with with the paper for the parent to sign. Do you want to guess on what the paper says?
What's the context?
this was like I'm trying to think, cause it was literally just like a piece of paper. Like there was really nothing to it. But it was it was like it was like if like sign here if you allow your student to sit down during the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh. Oh my god.
Yeah, I said I will get I'll let you transfer schools or get a new teacher if I had a kid that brought me home that.
The way I see it, you can have your religious beliefs. That's fine. You can have your political beliefs. That's fine. But the whole reason behind standing for the Pledge of Allegiance is a showing of respect for those who have fought. Some of them can no longer stand, and some of them are no longer here.
Yeah.
It's not religious, it's not political, it's simply a sign of respect to someone who gave
Yep.
everything
Yeah, they gave up.
for you to just do that.
Yeah, no.
Sit down if you choose to.
Yeah, no. That actually pisses me off because like I always stand up. I don't care.
I mean, there were kids that were lying about their age to go fight in Vietnam, and now we got kids nowadays crying over being misgendered, and they don't want to stand during the Pledge of Allegiance. And oh,
Like okay. Like like ever since the whole trend started about kneeling or sitting during the pledge, I hate it so much.
yeah, I mean, you can have your religious and political beliefs. That's fine. There's a time and a place for everything, and that's not one of them.
No. Look,
Because you're disrespecting someone who died to give you that right
cuz
to have those beliefs.
they essentially sacrificed their freedom for yours.
Yeah, they spent time, months, sometimes even years away from their family. Sometimes never came back or came back quite literally in pieces.
Yeah, and
And
like it's horrible.
the least you can do
Is
is just stand and show a little respect for some of them
it's,
who didn't make it back.
see cuz
I mean, if you there's what's called VFWs. They're everywhere. You can go in there. Just go in, ask about a story. Just go up to one of them and tell them, hey, I want to know your story. And they have tons. I mean, you're going to see guys in there with missing legs. You know, some of them have mental issues because of it. There's some of them that will pretty much just not even talk because of the fact they're just so shell shocked from everything they went through. Because there's one guy I met. He was stationed in Iraq, and he had to choose. This guy was holding his wife at gunpoint as a human shield, and his son was holding a gun at their team. And he had to choose between potentially killing the civilian in the process or letting the child and the man live and losing part of his team in his life, his family never going to see him again, while this guy was literally willing to risk his entire family over a gun cache that was underneath their floor.
that is horrible. I can't even imagine.
He refuses to tell me what happened, and I'm not gonna press him for it
I
because
wouldn't. No, cuz like
I
it
can't even imagine just being stuck in that situation, just having to choose between my life and theirs. Because at the end of the day, him and his team, they all have families back home. They all want to come
yeah.
back and see him. And this guy's taking his family for granted. I mean, he's literally willing to risk them, all just to help out a bunch of rebels.
Yeah, no. Like that's
That's why I'm saying have all the political beliefs you want. There's a time and a place for everything. But there's people like that have to sit in those situations just so you don't have to.
this. I always said this too. I don't know if you're gonna agree with me on this, but like, why do we spend a whole month for Pride Month, but yet only like a couple days a year for like Veterans Day and all that?
People don't realize what the selective service is. They disrespect our military personnel on so many occasions. And the thing is that at a moment's notice, you could be one of them. I
Yeah,
mean, take Vietnam, for example. There was a lottery that if you were born during a certain time of the year, you had to go and serve. You didn't get a choice.
yeah,
You skipped out, you go to jail.
like I do know there were like a couple of like exceptions. I know one was like if you're like the only male in the family,
Yeah.
you cannot serve, just in case if something happens. You have to
Hmm.
you have to like reproduce and all that.
Yeah. And women don't have to sign up for it, but they can if they want to.
Yeah,
Every male over the age of 18 must sign up for it before their 19th birthday. Or it's before their 29th, 21st birthday or something like that. But you have to sign up for it when you turn 18. And Vietnam, for example, at a moment's notice, you should be one of those people that you were kneeling to the flag for. Or, calling them stupid or idiots because they joined the military. You'd be one of them. And even with Vietnam, when they came back, people were spitting on them. They were throwing them out of bars. They were calling them names. They didn't have a choice. Like I said, you either go or you go to jail.
yeah.
You don't, there is no in between. And that's what's really difficult to even think about is that you could be one of them and you won't have a choice. Because some of those people, they were hated on. And that is why if you go up to anyone that has ever served in Vietnam and you just go up to them and shake their hand and say, welcome home, 9 out of 10 times they'll just start crying right then and there. So when they
Yeah.
came back, they were hated because no one wanted to be in that war. There was no reason we should have been in that war. And they were blaming them for it. They didn't get a choice.
No, it
They were
wasn't.
part of the lottery.
Yeah, like they were like essentially they was RNG essentially.
Yeah. They didn't get a choice in the matter.
Yeah, like it's
And
horrible.
this is what I don't understand about people like disrespecting the military. Is just at any point you could be one of them.
Yeah,
You could be shipped off to boot camp, God knows where, and then get sent off to a foreign country.
yeah.
And the only way of stopping it is hoping and praying that we have a good enough system in place that they can avoid those situations. But
This is
you never know.
I do hope that one day that we can have like a whole podcast with Ethan to talk about this
That would be nice.
because
It won't be until after hunting season.
yeah. Yeah, no, like, cause I would like that will probably be a upcoming podcast eventually, where we're just gonna sit down with our friend. He was in the pod. He's part of the Gamers Tavern. That is in he's in the Marines.
By choice.
Yes, he wanted to.
Dude's been a Marine head since like birth.
Yes,
Swear to God, his first words were Semper Fi.
and so, so I want I just think it would be cool to have like a whole podcast about that if he wants to.
Yeah, because I think his class was one of the last ones to go through the Crucible. Because the Crucible
Yeah,
is, I
it's
don't know what the name of it is for others. I think the Navy has the Forge.
yeah, I think, but like to keep it simple, the Crucible is was it like a 48-hour event?
No,
I thought it was 48 because I thought it was like 2 days.
no, it's weeks.
Is it weeks? I thought it was
I
only two
think
days.
it's like 8 weeks.
Because Doesn't know is 8 weeks. Oh, and I'm actually looking this up because I swear I thought it was only 2 days of like essentially no sleep. Let's see. The Crucible was a 54-hour test that is the final challenge.
Oh, I thought it was weeks.
You're probably thinking of like the whole boot camp time because I would say that takes a couple weeks.
No, that takes months.
Oh yeah, I guess that does. Now, why are you thinking it takes a couple of weeks? But yeah,
It is one of the most physically demanding, physically, mentally, and morally demanding experience of the recruit training process. 54 hours of food and sleep deprivation includes 45 miles of marching, 20 plus miles of running, hiking, and marching, and almost 400 miles of total movement by foot.
yeah, that. I'll be honest, I don't think I can do that.
No, and that's why they got rid of it.
Yeah,
Because people couldn't handle it.
yeah,
And the
and
only way to actually get people to sign up for the military is to just make it easier.
yeah, and like I said, like it's just be very cool to hear Ethan's experience doing it.
Yeah, because his was one of the last classes that got it.
Yeah,
Because I have a friend of mine who joined the army not that long ago, and he never had to go through anything like that. His his whole boot camp was basically a cakewalk. Because they're trying to make it easier for people to sign up for the military. I mean, the army's offering like $50,000 sign-on bonuses. And don't get me wrong, it's not like, hey, you signed up, here's 50 grand. It's spread out through your entire contract. So if you sign like a 4-year contract, you're getting like 12 an extra $12,000 a year in
yeah.
bonuses.
Let's see, like I remember seeing it was a meme about like the recruiting. It was like the U.S. Army, and the message was like, yo, I heard, Russia called you a bitch. You gonna take that? I have no
Yeah.
idea if that was Photoshop or not, but I'm gonna be honest, I laughed at that.
I don't know. It might not have been. But yeah, the military's gotten soft.
Yeah, like compare that to like you said, like Vietnam or World War II.
Well, Vietnam was more of like it was sped through
Yeah,
because they were just trying to get boots on the ground.
yeah, but they were still tough.
Oh my God, yeah. But World War One and Two, brutal.
Yeah,
Especially in World War Two, there was countries saying that if you have an American on your side, you will never see the face of failure. That is that is just a testament of how strong the U.S. military is.
yeah,
But it's definitely gotten a little bit soft because they're getting rid of stuff just to make it easier because people don't want to sign up, can't handle it. Which, in theory, if it makes it easier, whoop-de-doo. But at the same time, it just makes us weaker.
yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, because like I said, just like looping back, like every single time I see someone kneel, I just get pissed off. And
Just pointless.
because I'm just like, they're risking their lives for you to just do this.
Yeah, they some gave all gave some. You're either losing your life or your mental and physical health. Because I know guys that went into the military and came out and never saw any combat, but they got issues with their feet. They have mental issues. One guy, he's got like a blown out shoulder because of it. You're giving up something when you join. It doesn't matter what it is. Could be physical, could be mental. You're losing something.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just like the world that we're living in now is completely different. Like if you say a wrong word, dear God.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. I mean, you look at older comedians, they would never last nowadays.
Yeah, no.
Everything has to be so PG.
Yeah, no. Like I always said this. Like kids nowadays, they would not live if they watch like Family Guy or and all that. Oh my god.
They would not survive the Black Ops COD lobbies.
Yeah, no, they would not survive like the OG Black Ops lobbies, the Modern Warfare lobbies, like Modern Warfare 2 and all that.
Oh, those were even worse.
Oh, they would not live it. They'd be
I was
like,
going nice.
nah, I'm going as hard as you can. But yeah,
Yeah.
cause I don't care. I'll say this. I do not care what gender you are. I only see it as male or female. I'll say that right now.
The way I see it, if you're an adult and you want to be a he, she, it, they, wumbo, mailbox, attack helicopter, be my guest. Don't shove it down my throat. I don't need to accept you for who you are and what you've been through. Do whatever you want. You're an adult. Don't shove it down my throat. And if I
Yes.
have kids, don't shove it down their throat.
Yes, I agree.
Uh, I mean, if that's your thing and you like getting dressed up like that and you like feeling that way, great. Good for you. And you're comfortable doing it outside, good for you. Why should I care?
Yeah.
Why do you want me to care?
I'm just saying, I don't care.
I mean, it's just
Look,
like I said. If that's what you want to do, go
if
ahead.
if it makes
I
you
don't
happy,
need to care.
go ahead. I don't care. But if you start pushing it down my throat, like, hey, you need to accept me as I am.
You need to accept me. You need to understand what I've been through. You need to understand that this was difficult for me. You need to believe in me and you need to accept me. No, I don't. Get out of my
No,
face.
I don't care. It's like, ma'am, I'm literally just shopping. I'm shopping for milk that costs
It's
$10
sir. Yeah. Expensive milk, expensive bread, expensive eggs.
Yeah. Oh my god. And like speaking of those kinds of people, have you seen the reactions to Kamala losing?
Oh, it's what helps me sleep at night.
It's awesome. Let's see. My
It's the best thing ever.
my favorite one. It was one like. It's like, I'm afraid when I go back, when I go to sleep, when I wake up, I'm gonna be a slave. Like,
I think the whole reason that was going on was because someone started sending out text messages after Trump got elected,
oh yeah, I did
saying
hear
like,
about
"Oh,
that.
you're in group 1-4 or something like that."
Yeah, I remember hearing something about that.
Which, don't get me wrong, that is messed up. But the chances of someone going back to slavery, pretty slim.
Yeah, it's gonna be almost none, I think.
Well, there are still slaves in the world.
Yeah, but isn't there like a amendment or something like that that was made to
In the
create?
U.S., the Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah, that.
Any slaves kept in the Union are now free citizens of the U.S.
Yes, very good,
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah,
I
incredible.
mean, at the time, people didn't think it was great, but some of my best friends would be slaves, and that's kind of sad to think about.
Yeah, yeah, no, because one of my coworkers like like for like the past like month or two, she's been talking about like politics and all that.
Oh boy,
And like I tried
good or
to
bad.
I would say I tried to avoid it doing because she will let you talk about it in public. I'm just like, no, I think I'm good. But yeah,
Yeah,
like
the way I see it, if you have your opinion, no matter who you voted for, it doesn't matter to me. I have my beliefs, you have your beliefs. Don't don't tell me I'm wrong
this is
because you think your beliefs are better.
this is like she wanted Trump to win, and she was asking about that.
She wanted Trump to win?
Yeah.
I like this one. You have nice coworkers.
I do. But yeah, no,
I'm not saying if she wanted Kamala to win, she wouldn't be any worse, but I'm just
yeah, no, like
I have common ground.
yeah, no, because like she was like literally like I worked like the day after the election, and I worked with her, and she was talking about like how PA was the reason why Trump won.
She's not wrong. I mean, if you look at the
She
last like oh yeah, sorry. She's not wrong. If you look at like the last like 15 like yeah, I think it is 15 presidents. All but 3 won Pennsylvania
yeah.
and won the election.
Yep.
Can't remember who the 3 are, but I get the point. The most of them believe the road to the White House is through Pennsylvania because of the fact it is such a big swing state.
Yeah, we're like probably like one of the rings like swing states. Like we can vote either way.
Yeah,
And like I'm be honest, like where I live, I seen a lot more like Trump than Kamala.
same here. And what's really funny is I was watching the election in the county that I live in started out blue. And I was getting really worried. I'm like, man, how is this blue? I mean, we got so many Trump supporters around here. And then my one coworker looked over and he was like, just wait till about 5:30, 6 o'clock. That's when the working class will get out and then go to work and go vote.
Yeah, yeah,
And sure enough, 5:30, 6 o'clock, it turned to red.
yeah.
And that's just really funny to think about.
Yeah, no, because the working like well off ton to vote.
Yeah, it's just really funny to think about because like the working class at the time you would clock out is whenever it starts turning red. I just find that so
Yeah,
funny.
because like that like a Trump winning PA is like one of the biggest blindsides.
Wow.
Even though I didn't see it because I always knew Trump was gonna win PA, but apparently it was a huge blindside to the Democrats.
No, what the blind said that you're talking about is because they thought it was gonna be like a red mirage. Basically, they were just thinking that people were saying that they were gonna vote for Trump, and then they would go vote for Kamala. But then is that mirage was actually a tidal wave because Republicans won the election, the Senate, the House of Representatives. We hold everything at the moment.
Yeah, like honestly, yeah, cause like Republicans hold everything. They hold Congress and all that.
Yeah, it's so nice. Because then
And
we can actually start passing stuff that makes sense.
yeah, like like I know like immediately day one, Trump wants to deport illegals.
Yeah, which I'm all for.
Like I always said this: if you're here legally, fine, I don't care. If you're here
He even said
illegally,
it.
but go on.
No, go ahead.
That was all I was saying.
Oh, yeah. He even said it. We want you to come to the U.S. We want more people because it is really nice to see their culture and their traditions, and it's really nice that they like invite you to be a part of it. It's really nice. If
Yeah.
you're not supposed to be here, why are you here?
Yes. I
Because
agree.
if you go to any country and just enter illegally, they'll arrest you.
Yes. and I know like one the like immediate like at the start of the election. Supposedly, I think it was in New York. I think. Um, Supposedly there were like illegals voting without AID, and they were
Yeah,
allowed to vote.
yeah. There's a lot of states that don't require a legal ID to vote.
I mean, like I think you should.
You should, because non-U.S. citizens should not be allowed to vote. But the thing is that if you got non-U.S. citizens that came here because of this party, who are they gonna vote for? The ones that are gonna kick them out, or the ones that are gonna keep them around and give them all these benefits like SNAP benefits, cash assistance, housing?
Yeah,
I mean, New York passed a bill that asylum seekers, also known as illegal immigrants, because the real asylum seekers are stationed around the country and have visas, green cards, because they're seeking temporary housing because of whatever is going on in their home country. They want to be away from that. But people who are here illegally are getting SNAP benefits and all these other things, and California passed a bill that they would get a zero down payment, low interest rate mortgage on homes. And yet, the best that I can get as a working class US citizen is 10% with 20% down.
yeah, I yeah let's see. Oh my god, I just lost my train of thought for a second. But yeah, yeah, like I said, going back, if you're here legally, I don't care. You you did all this work. You did like the was it like the 7 or 8 years required?
I don't know. I think
I know
if
I know you have to I know you have to like it takes like a couple of years before you can officially become a U.S. resident.
yeah, because you got to take the citizenship test,
Yeah,
and I don't know how long that takes.
yeah, I don't know either.
But you can apply for like working visas and green cards and all that. And if you're willing to go through all that process, more power to you. Welcome. You know, we want people here, but the thing is that we want them to do it right, and there's nothing wrong with that because
Yes,
every other country on the face of the earth is the same way. Why should we be any different?
yeah, and like a little off topic, I seen like a couple of people, they voted for Trump because of like of like all the podcasts he has done and all that, and Kamala hasn't done any.
Yeah, because he's actually getting involved with the younger Americans because of the fact that when you're a child, you're getting everything handed to you.
Yeah,
And there's a saying, it's like if you're not if you're not a liberal when you're a child, you don't have a heart. But if you're not a conservative when you're an adult, you don't have a brain. Because when you're a child, you're getting everything handed to you. You can't work for anything. Everything is being gifted to you. So of course, when you see a party that is doing the same thing that you're receiving, you want more of that. Woohoo! We're American. That's just how we are. And then once you start growing up and you get into the working class, you start realizing, hey, this is really expensive. Why would I want to take all this money that I paid into taxes that could be going to fix these roads or make these groceries cheaper or make my housing cheaper or all these other things that I need to live? Why would I want to send it overseas?
yeah, like
To
why?
why would I want to send it to some foreign country to help with gender reassignments and, you know, schooling so they can go to college for free while I'm paying X amount of dollars to go to college?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's really helped him, was because of the fact he was able to capture that younger audience and
Yeah,
realize and help them realize, hey, we're not doing great. We should do
yeah,
something to change it.
yeah. and so they voted for Trump.
Yeah, especially whenever he was able to take everything they said with a grain of salt. Like
Yeah.
Kamala said, "Oh, I worked at McDonald's. I come from a working class family." And
No.
then she starts talking about things that literally no working class family would ever talk about. I'm working class. I'm not proud of my lawn.
Yeah, like
And his
like
response was actually going to work at a McDonald's.
and like I remember this cuz he was supposed to work there for like 15 minutes. He wanted to work a whole shift.
Yeah, he stayed like 7.5 hours or something
Yeah.
like that. I looked it up.
Yeah, and hey, it yes, obviously, he's a billionaire. He didn't need to. But he said he always wanted to work at McDonald's.
Yeah, because it was one of his favorite places to eat as a kid.
I mean, still is, I think.
Yeah, he was only scheduled to work for 15 minutes, but he ended up staying for a 6-hour shift,
You
unpaid.
only imagine you didn't know about this. And you went to McDonald's, be like, "Oh yes, can I get one Big Mac?" And you just hear Trump on the other end.
Listen, America's going to be so great that from a year from now, you're going to be able to afford 2 Big Macs.
It's like, what? It's like one of those. Trump's like, "All right, that'll be 1069 to the window." And they walk through the window and then see Trump.
The
Like,
other thing,
like what?
the other thing I loved most of all was Kamala called Trump supporters and Republicans and the working class garbage, like human trash. His response was to,
just real quick.
huh?
Like she also said that like people between like the age of 18 and 24 are stupid too.
Mm-hmm.
But go on.
Yeah. Yeah. So in response to calling us human trash, he shows up to one of his rallies in a garbage truck. That is honestly the best thing I've ever seen.
Yes.
Because the thing is that he's going to help out businesses, small businesses, because he's a businessman. And people are saying, "Oh, he's just giving himself tax credits, blah 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 blah." Because when he was in office the first time, because to be president, you have to take a salary. You can't just work there for free. You have to take something.
Didn't he take like a was it like a $1 salary?
$1 per year.
Yeah, because he didn't need the money.
No, he didn't. He had his own money.
Yeah.
And then he took that $400,000 a year, put it right back into the country. I mean, granted, it didn't do as much as like the millions of dollars that are collected every single week from working class Americans, but it's still something he didn't have to do, because Obama and Biden both took the full $400,000 salary, yet somehow grew their net worth tenfold. We're not going to talk about that. I just wish they would make all public officials make their whole tax records public.
Yeah.
Because people like Nancy Pelosi, who just conveniently bought shares in Tesla like days before they passed the bill of, every car company must have electric cars within a certain amount of time. And of course, the most popular electric car brand that there is, Tesla, skyrocketed in price. Yeah, I think she made a couple million off of that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Just,
I mean,
luck of the draw.
Yeah. Isn't that awfully convenient?
Yeah.
Like,
That's why I think their tax records should be public.
Yeah, like I just know that we're gonna be much better once Trump is in office.
I can't wait.
And like I don't think people also realize that Trump doesn't go in office until next year.
Yeah, like January 5th.
I know. I think it's January 20th. I think.
Oh, is it?
I think.
I might be. So I thought it was the 5th because that was the 6th was when we had that big riot that
I think.
he's people say he ensued, but
I
in reality he
okay.
never once
Yeah.
said, "Hey, we should storm
Yeah.
the Capitol building."
Yeah. When will Trump be sworn in? President-elect Trump will be sworn into in his inauguration. Is always held on January 20th.
Okay.
So yeah, like they have until January 20th. Once once that happens, Trump's gonna be in office.
Yeah, and all these celebrities that said, "Oh, I'm gonna leave the country." You got time. I mean,
Yeah, hey, you have a couple months.
you got plenty of time to pack your bags.
Yeah, like you know,
Like Taylor Swift.
yeah, cause and like I know like another like main thing that the reason why people voted for Trump also was like the amount of like assassination attempts on him.
Yeah. I mean, after so many, you'd think, okay, my life is worth more than all of this. I better step down. And then he ramped up his campaign even more.
Yeah.
I mean, he went back to Butler, PA after getting shot at, and his first words to the crowd were, "As I was saying."
That's
It was
awesome.
the best.
That was okay. I did not hear about that. That's actually awesome.
Yeah, his first words to the crowd was literally, "As I was saying," and continued with the speech that he was giving before.
Yeah, I still can't believe that day.
Yeah. The thing I really liked is he actually gave a memorial to the firefighter that got
Yeah,
caught by a stray bullet.
yeah, because I remember that because wasn't it at like at like a Republican convention or something like that? He had his the guy's fire suit with him.
No, it was at the Butler convention.
Oh, okay. Because I know it was
Yeah.
like I know it was some kind of like convention.
Yeah, that guy got caught by a stray bullet because he threw himself in front of his family,
Yeah,
and he ended up being the one that got shot.
yeah, like
Which, by all means, he saved his family doing that, and it cost him his, and that's unfortunate. But
yeah, like and can
he
I
died doing what he loved and protecting his family.
and we all know that like that iconic picture of Trump holding his fist up in the air that will be in the history books.
Yeah, because there's a pretty good chance that he thought those would be his last words.
Yeah,
You gotta think,
like
you got all that adrenaline pumping through you because you just got shot.
did you see how close the bullet was to his
Yeah,
brain? Like if he
milliseconds.
yeah, like if he stayed his head exactly how it was, he would not be here.
He'd be dead.
Yeah,
You can't time that. This is
no.
the biggest stroke of luck ever. And oh, what was it? The people were saying like there was a religious meaning behind it because that day the flag um the flag was in the shape of an angel. Um oh, here it is. So the flag, it was in the shape of an angel in one of the frames, and the time that Trump got shot was 6:11 p.m. Now, if you look in the Bible and you looked at Ephesians 6:11, you want to know what that quote says?
What?
Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah,
He got shot at exactly 6:11 p.m. and his flag got stuck in the shape of an angel.
yeah. No, that that's a miracle. like like I'm not a big I'm not like a big like religious person. I will admit that, but that's insane.
Yeah, I'll send you a photo of it, but it got stuck in the shape of an angel, and it's just insane.
Yeah, no, because it just blows my mind like how that situation even happened. Because supposedly like where like the shooter was, it was not protected. Like there was no like Secret Service over there.
No, what's even worse is the local police that were supposed to be in charge of the whole thing were telling people like don't go after that guy up on the rooftop, and the guy that shot the Trump shooter got fired.
Sure.
He was let go, but his job was to protect president-elect and the people that were around him,
Yeah.
and he was ordered not to shoot. He shot anyways, neutralizing the threat, saving God knows how many lives, because I don't even know what gun he had, but he took one life. Could have been a lot more had he been
Yeah.
able to get another shot off.
You
But
know, because
he shot him, neutralized the incident right then and there, and he got fired over it.
because I also remember hearing something about this too that supposedly somebody in the audience saw him on the roof like 30 minutes or an hour before it
Yeah.
happened. And
Yeah,
they
there was
did.
plenty of people with like videos like saying, "Hey, there's a ladder over there and there's a guy up on the roof. Guys should go check that out."
Yeah, but no, nothing.
No.
That's crazy. But yeah, like that day will go down in American history, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, every president that has ever had an assassination attempt, um, it's been recorded. It, my favorite thing ever, President Nixon. He survived an assassination attempt at at another one of his rallies. Someone popped a balloon. He didn't even flinch, and he just goes, "Miss me."
Oh, that's awesome.
That takes guts.
That's funny.
He just completely stopped what he was saying. Miss me.
Anyway, yeah,
Oh.
just like I thought it was saying.
Was it Nixon? It might have been. Uh, uh, no, it was Reagan. I'm stupid. It was President Reagan. Someone
Uh,
pops a balloon at his speech in Berlin. It was amazing.
okay, yeah, Reagan is he's awesome. But
I'm
anyways,
sending you the video right now.
Zach, shall we end it?
How long have we even been talking?
2 hours.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah. All right, Zach. I know it's been a while, but go ahead.
What do I say again?
You can't
You
say.
don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Maybe
There we
next time I
go.
won't be in the woods.
Yeah. The Gamers Tavern is now closed. See ya.
Bye.